So it's Halloween pretty soon.
Yeah, it is pretty soon, isn't it?
Yeah, and so I'd like to know. Hang on before that. Welcome to the Lost Nerds podcast. This is
Again,
number
yes.
3. The dog's in here again.
Stop licking me.
Yeah,
Every
that's me, not the
podcast.
dog. Okay. So you might hear some noise, white noise, because we're not that professional. I want to thank Pi, our music teacher, for lending us the equipment again.
Our only sponsor.
Yeah, pretty much we're going to call her a sponsor from now on. We're going to thank our sponsor. Okay, and before we move on, what's the scariest thing you've ever done, Nick?
The scariest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
I once thought I broke my leg, but I didn't. And,
How do you think you broke your leg?
it was
Well, like, how do you think? Like, oh my god, I've just broken my leg. Like,
well, it was under a motorcycle and I was in searing pain. I flipped a four-wheeler. It did a full turn. I was underneath it and landed on my leg, and I thought it was broken because I was in so much searing pain. So I hopped and crawled home. It was about a K. My stepsister, who was mowing the lawn, who saw me, didn't take any notice. It sort of made me think,
there's
what
no
she
fucking-
thinks of me. I then go inside. I knock on my dad and his girlfriend's door,
you're
saying,
not
"Dad,
your dad.
I think my leg's broken. Please," I was screaming, "but please help me." And he comes out wearing nothing, just nothing, and says, "What's wrong?"
Wang hanging out.
And and I just say, "Please stop. I think my leg's broken." So he goes, "Hang on a minute," goes back inside. It takes him a while, so I think he finished the job because he only came out in shorts. And then looks at it and says, "Nah, I don't think it's broken." And I go, "Well, can you fucking check?" And he goes,
How does
"Nah,
one check if a leg's broken?
touch it or something?"
Yeah,
So
no.
then he says, "Hang on, I'll just go get you some peas or something." I said, I'm not hungry." So he goes and gets me some frozen peas. I go, "Oh, that's what you mean. I was delirious from the pain." And he just puts them on my leg and goes. My stepsister then comes in with one of her friends after mowing lawn, looks at me with peas and goes, "Why were you crawling?" I then point to my leg and say, "I thought it was fucking broken. And you just kept mowing." She's like, "Oh, sorry, have you seen my smokes?"
No, the best part of that story is I'll go get you some peas. I'm not hungry. That's good. That's good. I reckon the scariest thing I've ever done. Yeah, it's not scary like that kind of scary where it's just like in fear of your life, but I reckon performing just like music is scary and stuff.
Oh, I've only ever...
Yeah.
I've been on stage a couple of times because I was Horden house cat in my old school, Horden shout out. And so I did like host assemblies every now and then. That didn't bother me at all. I literally had no fear in front of a crowd. When I'm on a stage, I'm looking down, I have no fear whatsoever. I like it.
No fear.
No fear. And I did I played 4 characters in my primary school
Freaking
musical
badass.
thing. I played 4 characters
Wow.
in the one scene.
In the one scene.
Yeah, I did.
It's just like, I will be back. Run on stage. Freaking.
Exactly. That's it. No, I was a Frenchman.
Oh wow.
And then I
guess.
changed into I was high English, so I was very pommer. I sounded a bit like Frankenfurter. And then after that, hey, sure. And then I swapped into a Mexican man named Jose, who was a bullfighter. So I actually did bullfighting with a
Jalapenos,
girl. So this girl had to pretend to be a bull. Which wasn't hard for her. She wasn't the prettiest girl.
Ooh.
And then we both changed to Germans in Lederhosen and did a slapping dance, and I was wearing a proper German hat because my granddad went to Germany and brought this thing for me, like, "Here you go." And I go, "Cool, how much was it?" $100.
Wow.
It's from Germany, so it really cost him like 50 euros or something. So it wasn't that big a deal, but over here it's massive.
Yeah. That. Wow. Well, I just like. Oh wow. Like, fine. Screw you, man. You just ruined my whole thing. All I've done is played a mummy in a school musical, and my God.
Well, I can't do the musical because like, you have to be like do after school and like rehearsals and do it all proper. Like ours was just thrown together. That one I would love to do it, but I don't sort of have the
time or
the time
commitment.
There's another word.
Dedication.
That's the word. Dedication. I don't have the dedication to the character.
Dedication. Okay.
Because I know there are a lot better actors or actresses in the school that could do it a lot better than me, and I don't want to step on their feet.
I reckon you'd nail it. You would nail it because you can sing. Anyway, bloody. No, I played a mummy in both nights. I forgot the words, so I'm like, each night, the first night I think I pulled it off, even though that was the one where I actually got off stage and I teared up a tiny bit before. And this is like, go off stage, you got 2 seconds to chillax, then you got get back on stage. So I run off stage. Anyway, so I forget the lyrics. I'm like, and then back onto the song. And
When you're a mummy and you just have to go, gay
yeah,
mummy.
no, but it's
You're a
just
gay
like,
mummy, weren't you?
oh no, it was confused.
Sexually
The
confused
idea
mummy.
was, I get called up after doing all this kind of stuff, and then I need to sing, and it's just it was like some showstopper. But I then walk off stage, and I literally tear up, and then they're pushing me back on stage. But what the hell, man? That
would
was the
make
scariest
you
thing.
forgetting all your words like that, and me like not having any. You know what we should do? You know what I always wanted to do?
What?
I wanted to host a chat show.
This is. Oh, just hit the mic. This is almost like a chat show.
Yeah, no, I've always wanted to just, like Alan Chatty Man. You know, Alan Carr, the little gay dude who looks like Austin Powers. Oh, he's amazing. He was on last night. He's from England.
Is that the dwarf that does Mini Me?
No, he's not a dwarf. He just looks like the Austin Powers. He looks like Mike Myers. And he's a very sassy guy. He's like, oh, what's that? He's very sassy. No, he is. And every time a guest comes on his show, he mixes them a drink in front of them. He's fucking funny. And I watched the last time he had Britney Spears on. And Britney Spears' new music video, Work Bitch. So all that time he was saying, work bitch! And he gave her a whip and made her walk around the entire set with him, going to people that worked for him like, that cameraman's terrible. So Britney would whip him and say, work bitch.
Wow.
And she just, like, he went around to his nan saying
What?
that she's a prostitute, prostitution's bad. And Britney whipped her and said, work bitch. Went around to his boyfriend. He said, he hasn't pleased me sexually in ages. Say, work bitch. Writers were watching a show and they're supposed to be writing jokes. Work bitch.
What channel was this on?
I think it was 7 Main or something. I'm not sure. I can never remember when it's on or what time it's on, but it's fucking funny.
It's weird.
I love talking. What's your favourite talk show, by the way? What do you like?
Talk show, like, this is Oprah and, like, stuff like that.
Yeah, like Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres.
God.
Ellen's better than Oprah.
The only one I've actually ever sat down and watched, not like, oh, this is on, let's go sit down and watch it. Like, I've walked into a situation where they're all just watching it and I'll sit down and watch it with them, is Ellen. I mean, I've watched Oprah.
I like Ellen. She's awesome.
Yeah, Ellen's cool. I've watched Oprah. I remember
I don't like Oprah.
some days I wouldn't go to school when I was really younger, and then I'd just sit there watching Channel 10, and it'd go, like, all the morning cartoons, like, shitload of news, then, like, the rejected morning cartoons, but still need to be played because they're paid for them. Then it would go Dr. Phil,
Yeah.
then Oprah. Then it would go into, like, lunchtime news, and then onwards with the day. But I
There'd
reckon...
be Ellen and yay!
Yeah, no, but at this time, Ellen wasn't as big.
There's a lot of other good ones. I mean, there's Adam Hills did a few talk shows and he was very good on those. There
Adam
was
Hills. He's the guy that hosts...
Hills Made for Climbing. Tim Minchin wrote a song about him.
Yeah, no, but...
He hosted Spicks and Specks.
Yeah, that's it. Spicks and Specks is like a game show.
Yeah, no, he did The Last Leg in England. He did Adam Hills and Gordon Street Tonight. He just did Adam Hills Tonight. And he did Harley Brennan was on that, the bloke who I interviewed. So
Oh, you interviewed Harley Brennan. That's a comedian, isn't it?
yeah, he's a comedian and he worked on the show, but he had about all up 10 minutes of screen time over the course of the entire series. And there was some.
Wow.
Oh, who else? There's Russell Brand. Russell Brand hosted a talk show. Whatever happened to that?
Is that
Brand X.
Brand X. I watched like half an episode.
I watched all of them.
Didn't really get into it.
I watched every single episode up to. It ended with him having these members of, we'll say, religion. They call themselves the true Jews, and they're black people who think they're the real Jewish people, and they believe Jesus was an African American. I've got no problem with that. I've got no problem with their opinion or whatever. But and their thing is they can't do anything to affront the Lord. And Russell Brand had written a small play for all of them to do, including several porn stars, which he had in the audience that day. And basically, it was just Jesus coming down, saying to everyone, you know what, I don't care what you do, just be happy, be with everyone. Everyone, just be happy. Not be with everyone, but just all religions just merge. Just do what you want. He basically said that, and I think they complained and they kicked him off the air again.
Russell Brand.
Yeah. He's not been on for a while. I've not seen him.
I don't know.
He did Messiah Complex after that, but, you know.
No, Messiah Complex is going on now. Oh, there was a idea. I didn't read it. I only just saw like a little clip of it, and it was Russell Brand singing there, and the title of the thing was "I may have started a revolution last night."
Oh, he does that a lot. Russell Brand, before he, became famous, he said when he was doing like small bits for MTV, he said he wants to start a revolution. They'll all live on an island. They'll get rid of money. They'll all fish. They'll all farm natural goods, and they'll live together and meditate and do all this. Basically, wanted to start a worldwide cult. He's funny though, so it might work. I mean, he sang "Inside of You." That was a good song. Inside of you, I could cross this desert plain.
That's from that Get Into the Greek, isn't it?
From the other one, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, except it's the same character.
Yeah, no, and then he sings that whenever like he goes on something big, he will sing. He sang that at the Olympics, didn't he? When he sang, what did he sing then?
He sung, the Beatles' "I Am the Walrus."
Oh yeah, they
I am the
recorded that
walrus.
again.
No,
And I was
I am
listen-
the Eggman. I am the Eggman. I am the Walrus. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
I was listening to I was listening to the Who last night, and then like it was like Behind Blue Eyes and that, and it was just sort of like, boom,
I
love that song.
I like that song. I did not know, right? And I know many people will probably want to kill me for this. Shut up, Susie!
She's
You're licking
eating
too
something.
loud.
I think she's eating something off the floor. She'll
Oh,
be right.
crap.
Talking to the microphone, Josh.
No,
You're pulling a me.
no, it's okay. Hang
Oh, I know what we can talk about. I just remembered something pulling.
on. Alright, hang on. No, what I was going to say was, when it comes to Behind Blue Eyes, the song, the first time and only really time I've heard it is with Limp Bizkit. And I always thought Limp Bizkit, wow, they've written a really good song. Years and years later, I only find out the Who wrote it. I'm like, fuck.
I've not heard the Who's original version at all. I've only heard the it was on Buffy when I was watching it last night, and the character Giles was singing it, and I was thinking, this song reminds me of me. Fucking damn it. I hated myself. And now, speaking of people who hate themselves, Toby, you weren't there. But,
Our friend Toby.
oh god. So me, Toby, and a few of our other friends were on a bike ride for school.
I wasn't.
And
I was
Toby
in
doesn't
Jamaica.
really know how to... I can't ride a bike for shit, but he doesn't know how to ride a bike that well, I don't think. Because he used the front brakes instead of the back brakes while going full bore into the group of other people. So he did that, flipped over, smashed his head on the ground. He was wearing a helmet. Cassidy, our other friend, who we are going to get into Jam and interview. Jam, yesterday's word of the day. But,
That was last week.
yeah, whatever.
Actually, not last week. The week before. I think
Yeah,
it's.
let me
No, hang on. I think it's become a routine. We're doing it bi-weekly.
Yeah, cool. Now, yeah, and so Cassidy crashed in and jumped off his bike while crashing, so Toby got the bike and he got nothing. Jumped off, literally ran off a little bit, just sort of walked off 10 feet. Toby was on the ground entangled in bikes. I was on the other side of the street watching in hysterics. I then pedal over, go up to him. I realise he's actually quite hurt, so I try to stop laughing, or just at least in front of him. I laugh on the inside for the first time in a while, because nothing makes me laugh. Nothing's that funny anymore. And so he's just on the ground, like in pain. I'm like, "You right, mate?" And he's like, "No, I think I'm gonna die." And I'm like, "You'll be right, mate. Get up." So eventually he stands up and he goes over to the car to go back to school because he thinks he's broken his wrist. He then faints while trying to get there. He then faints another time in the car, then faints another time and passes out. Gets driven to the hospital. I've not seen him since. I can't remember his number.
I sent him. I sent "Are You Alive" to him via text.
Did he say yes or no?
He hasn't responded.
That's probably a no. Nah, it'll be right. It didn't look too bad. He was just a bit in shock, like, and everyone looking at him like his little girl probably didn't help. No, I'm serious. That's what does it more than the actual pain, I reckon, because he didn't look like that in pain. He just sort of looked more like, stop looking at me. I'm going to faint if you don't stop looking at me. The best part is when he first fainted, he fell into this dude's arms, and then he just opens his eyes, looks around a bit, like in a cartoon. Then he gets up and says, "Radio, I'll try that again." Gets back in the car. Oh, God.
And then he faints again. And then
He faints again, like, and then Mr. Ledden, the guy who was, like, is in the car because his legs buggered, pushes his head back up so he looks like he's, like, watching the road, and he faints again. He keeps doing it. So he doesn't look like a pedophile who's just dragged his helpless child with him. Or, a school teacher or a parent, could be anything.
Genius.
But people are very judgmental nowadays. Like, if you see, like, a granddad, like, playing with their grandchildren in the park, I'm not going to lie, most people immediately think pedophile. They do.
They do.
And
I
that's a bit sad that has to happen. Why are we going fucking deep again? It's a bit sad that has to happen. We're talking about Alan Carr, chatty man. Why are we talking about this? God damn it, work, bitch.
It's Britney, bitch.
It's Britney, bitch.
So you may have noticed because we said last time that we're gonna try. I'm yawning today. That we're gonna try and get local rock star Tyler DeYoung in, except as you can notice, there is a lack of rock starishness in my bedroom.
He's here. Hang on, I'll just go get him. Tyler, come here. You're doing the voice. Okay, come on. Wait, there's 2 sets of footsteps. Hang on. We're going very fast. Here's Tyler. Tyler, so you recorded a new music video? Maybe.
No, I didn't.
Tyler, is there something wrong with your voice? You normally have a very fluent voice and doesn't match your body whatsoever. What's happening now? Your voice sounds like it matches your body. No offense, Tyler, you're awesome. I just wanted to be mean for a second. I wanted to be cool. Sorry.
Tyler isn't here, and we're gonna try and get him in.
It's so obvious.
We're gonna try and get him in, not next week, but the week after when we actually do the show. There's been a delay due to reasons.
He graduated.
That we don't. No, not because he graduated. He was still cool with that. Graduated Friday, but he wasn't. He was unavailable for reasons that we do not know. There.
Didn't he say he was going to
I didn't understand a word you said.
Russia?
Oh, yeah, he was going to Russia.
Is he serious, or is he just having me on? Because I would believe that he's going to Russia for something. Because he looks like he's got a little bit of Russian blood in him. And he's going to see family or some shit. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I'm just playing guitar. Yeah, he's not in, so we're going to try and get him another time.
We have Susie. We can interview Susie.
Susie, what is the capital of China? It's wrong. It's China.
It's Beijing.
Susie, what is your name? Susie. What is your quest?
Dog biscuits.
What is the average flight speed of an American swallow? Oh, I said American. Shit, I stuffed it up.
How come everyone in our school thinks it's American? You just say what is the airspeed velocity of a swallow, and then they're supposed to say, I can't answer that. Is it American or European?
Yeah,
I can't answer that.
Yep. So we
Such a good
failed
film.
at trying to quote Monty Python like a mouse.
Well, no one can really quote. No one can ever top Monty Python, except maybe the Goodies.
Nah.
Goodies. I like the Goodies better than Monty Python.
I like beating your face in.
They're more Australian, even though they're all English. They're all English. No, but they seem a bit more Australian, like more Aussie comedy.
How? Aussie comedy is like... I don't know what Aussie comedy is.
Aussie comedy is... It's a bit sarcasm and it's a bit just immature. It's funny though, but...
Talking about sarcasm and immaturity. Next Friday, we are, or I am, not Nick, unfortunately. I'm interviewing the one and only Arj fucking Barker.
Yeah, I wanted to do that.
No, you didn't. You don't even know who he is.
Yeah, I do.
Mate,
Arj Barker, internationally acclaimed comedian Arj Barker dishes up his all-time classic jokes, as well as some sweet new freshies in the hilarious in the show. No,
Yeah,
I've watched him a fair bit. I actually quite like Arj Barker. What the fuck is this?
that's a Skyrim map. He just read that off the back of the Arj Barker balls and
I like
alive.
him. I like his
Box set.
his voice matches his comedy very well. What? No, it does. That's a very important thing.
A voice matching comedy.
No, it does. A voice matching what joke? Like if you have like a really strong Russian accent, you can't make jokes about America being your homeland, can you? No, but he makes jokes. He makes jokes that sound like they would come from this guy, and that's important. So like no one's writing for him. He's not being a dick.
You're a dick. And no, he is a dick sometimes. And his favorite place to be is like Australia.
Yeah, because he likes making jokes about them.
Yep.
Them, us. Fuck.
We are Australian. Don't get that wrong. We're not the Shepparton in England.
Oh yeah, there is too.
Yeah, man. We're just diving into our.
We're just like
microphones.
face planting mics.
Oh, don't push too hard on that one because it's homemade. I homemade a pop filter, and the way we did it's very
It's just a sift with your stockings, your fishnets.
Yeah,
over it.
man.
Yours.
So
When you get to Melbourne, how do I? You're just sort of wandering about.
I saw the ad for the was it the 40th anniversary of?
Did you? I've not seen the ad. I can't fucking find it. I want to go, but I don't have a costume. And if I go, I have to go in fishnets.
This is Rocky Horror Fish.
If you don't,
Rocky Horror Picture Show, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
if you don't go in a costume, and if you sit close to the front, then what they do is in the shows sometimes they'll go into you and paint V's on you. They'll paint a little V on you to represent virgin, as in first time coming to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I will be. But I don't want to get like red paint on my good clothes. Go and see Rocky Horror.
Walk out with the giant bee on your head. Oh, we've also got dinner reservations.
Excuse me, Frankfurter. We've got dinner reservations. Can you please hurry up creating Rocky? Please.
Okay.
How do I?
No. So
You've met my
something.
faithful dildo handyman. No, that film would have been better.
Shut up. Something I haven't seen in a podcast or heard in a podcast. Cut to music. Like
I have.
like an actual radio show. Oh, we're gonna take a break for this.
No, I've seen actually a fair bit of podcasts using music in between them. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Russell Brand did it. Yogurtast did it a couple times. Yeah. Brandon Gallagher.
This is original music, not like.
Oh, Alright then, fine. Take it away, boy. I'll maybe do some backup vocals.
No, man.
If you require.
No, alright, so.
Ba-dum,
No, we're not. We're not doing that.
ba-dum.
I want to.
Why
Shut up!
am I doing Pink Panther?
Ba-dum.
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Ba-da-da-dum.
I don't know how it goes. Fuck's sake, I've seen it once.
Oh, is it,
Take the microphone down, or stand up and doing it.
I know. No, I was trying to play Pink Panther. Okay, anyway, so I wanted to cut to music, right? And I reckon it'd be cool, but. So, maybe we'll cut to music, maybe not. I want to play.
So, okay, now is
No,
our...
the-
hang on.
No,
So,
I want.
now is our intro to the musical cut. Welcome back. Unless we didn't do it, in which case I've just said that. Oh my god, it's embarrassing. Right, let's go on.
The idea I want to do is
I think we need to mix up the intro as well. The Run to the... I like that song, but... No. You're slowly getting... You look depressed now.
I'm so confused. What
You're
just
like-
happened?
You're like, I love Run to the Hills.
Okay, we're cutting to a song by Tim Burton, but it's redone by this metal band right now. It's called This Is Halloween, in celebration of Halloween, which is coming up very, very soon.
Halloween, motherfucker. Is this our Halloween special?
Yeah, you can consider it that.
What are you going to dress up as?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even just sitting back in the house thinking, I might just dress up as Batman or something. I don't know. I'll just get that poster and just
Okay,
put eye holes in it.
I
and stand
hope
behind
you
it.
enjoy the song. This is Halloween. It's a metal cover of Tim Burton's This Is Halloween.
We are not smart. Sorry. Due to copyright laws, we cannot play the song. We need to figure out any law shit before we talk. Sorry guys, but as it says on our picture thingy, we are dumb people. Enjoy the rest.
We're back. Yeah, we're gonna use that. You're gonna put the music in between that.
Okay, yeah, I'll try that. Originally I wanted to play the, as going back to the start of the podcast, I said one of the biggest things I do or have done, which makes me scared, was the scariest thing I've ever done. Perform. I wanted to play the We Are Never Playing COD Together by me and my friend Cassie. We played it at the school assembly just on Friday. It went okay. I mean, it's a parody of We're Never Get.
When I was leaving, people were either saying we are never ever ever playing COD together, or they were saying fucking cunts, oh fucking cute little shits, fucking shit music, I want to fucking leave. And I was like, I'm not gonna talk. I was gonna intimidate them, but fuck their beak, and I don't have a high intimidate roll.
Do not. We haven't even played a full game. Do not.
I'm just saying.
We haven't.
He had a high willpower, and I had a very low intimidate. So he intimidated me without rolling an intimidate check. So it happened.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you. I'm literally gonna hit you, mate.
Notice I'm hitting you.
Don't knock my speakers down.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Oh, you wanna go, mate?
Punch me in the head.
Ah! Okay, cheers, uncle.
Round 1.
Fatality.
KO. Mechagodzilla 2 wins.
Totally.
That's a quote from the game Godzilla, Melee Combat, Save the World, or was it just like, I don't fucking know, kill all monsters, or something like that. It was in Japanese, so it had a very bad, it was like, kill all, even the voices, like, even in the video game, the animation, the mouths moved to a, Japanese, and then they replaced it. And the best thing is, there was this really Japanese dude in Tokyo, and Godzilla was coming up, and he was on a boat, and he dropped his binoculars and said, Godzilla! But he didn't say, he said it so American, it was like, Godzilla! It was ridiculously American. It sounded like Arj Barker. It was that American.
No. It still sounds, that still sounds Japanese the way you say it. What it would sound like if it was American is Godzilla.
It did. It was like Godzilla. Hey there,
my God.
Hey there, Asian man. Over there is a Godzilla that's coming. We gotta get to G-Force Alert, because this is set in the comic books, not the Godzilla movies from the old days. Ugh.
What?
Have you never seen an old Godzilla movie? Like one of the old, ones?
Like years and years and years
I've seen the
ago.
original Godzilla film, in Japanese and in American, as it was branded.
English.
Yeah, but it was said it was in American.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Okay,
And at JB Hi-Fi, in the foreign film section, they've got 3 box sets, each containing, I think, 6 original Japanese films of
Wow.
Godzilla. Like Godzilla versus Mothra, like Mothra versus Godzilla 2. There's Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla.
Mechagodzilla, is that like, it's like a robot one?
Yep, there are 3 of them, all having upgrades.
Oh, sorry.
The first one was just plain steel. The second one was just like 5 plates. You know, it just had it had a 6-pack, and the rest of it was just plates. And then the final one actually looked pretty cool.
I've seen one is years and years ago, and I was at my friend's house, and it was all in whatever language, but this is when I used to live in Melbourne, and it was definitely pirated, but it was that kind of pirated where it
It's
was
probably better
legit
quality.
in Korea. No, it was good quality, but it was like the legit in Korea pirated.
Legit pirating.
'Cause
Pirating Industries brings you an illegal copy of Godzilla versus Mothra versus a poop.
a poop.
Yeah, some of the monsters were terrible. Like,
Wow.
Borgog. It was just basically a dog with scales.
The dog's back. Yay! Thanks, Dad.
And there were like massive bugs in that. You've got to watch some of them or just play one of the games or read some of the comic books because they are amazing.
I read comic books.
Get a Godzilla one. Some Godzilla ones.
I will read you out exactly every comic book I own at the moment.
Don't do it.
I
I tried that once doing DVDs. It took me about 10 minutes to read them all out, and then I went on to the big
Mate,
section.
they're all in front of me.
Alright, fine.
I have. Okay, we'll start off with.
Sing it
Now,
like a song. Sing it like...
These are the first things I've ever gotten in any kind of comic book.
There's that one and 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 that
Shut
one and
up.
that one.
The Adventures of Tintin, the Red Sea Sharks. Yep. The Adventures of Tintin, the Calculus Affair. The Adventures of
sadder.
Tintin in Tibet. The Adventures of Tintin, Land of the Black Gold. That's
Getting
your Tintin
sadder. Getting sadder. Getting nerdier.
Shut up. When I went to Comic-Con last this year, was it this year?
It was this year. You kept
Yeah.
talking about it.
Hey, shut up. That was fun. I loved Comic-Con. I got these two Australian comics called Australian Horrors, and they were really good. There's no money in there. He's picking up my Riddler wallet.
Yeah, well, I deserve to be paid.
Yeah. Then the first any kind of comic book, like real comic book I ever got was Batman the Killing Joke. Then I don't know what order they came in, but this is what I got. Just in everything else, I got Batman, Mad Love and Other Stories, Batman, A Death in a Family, Black Man, Batman, The Black Mirror, Batman, Noel. It's like a Christmas story, pretty much like.
Dude, I'm just going through your student ID cards, and your Year 8 one looks exactly the same as you do now.
Yeah, the Year 8 one's badass.
Oh yeah, speaking of your sad obsession with comic books,
I'm not done.
fuck's sake.
Batman, New 52 Detective Comics, The Dark Knight, Batman and Batman.
Batman and Roman Bellic.
No. Batman and Roman Noodles. Batman and Robin.
When will my noodles be done?
Batman.
2
Court of
minutes,
Owls
my
and
ass.
The City of Owls. I haven't read City of Owls yet. Also have Batman issue 0, the New 52. It's the origin story, or the New 52 origin story.
Oh my god.
Batman Venom. The story of what runs Bane. Batman Nightfall. Bane. This is like Bane itself, like the story of Bane.
Is
how
that the
Batman
one where he breaks his back? Yeah. Does he go into like bat traction? Does he get like bat crutches, bat chair? The bat chair. It's like the Batmobile, but it's just a wheelchair with pitch the bats on the wheels.
I'm about 500 pages into it. I'm not done yet. The Walking
The
Dead.
picture book.
The Walking Dead 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is like not issues, but the trade paperbacks or whatever it is. So it's got like issue 1 to 7, 7 to 14, blah blah blah, kind of like that. The Watchmen, and that's it. So that's my comic book collection. What's in yours?
My comic book collection consists of Futurama and Simpsons comics. Screw you. I didn't have access to comic books. I wasn't in Melbourne.
Hey, guess what? As soon as I got into comic books, our comic book shop closed down. Freak Show Collectibles.
I know. I fucking love that place.
You know what? It was just timing. Bad timing.
I bought a few comics there, actually. I did, actually. I bought like some
Yeah, what
Batmans.
comics then?
I bought some Spider-Man. What were they? I can't. It was the one. It was a really good series. I remember. Okay, this is gonna be nerdy, but I played a Spider-Man game, and they were talking about the new game they were making, and it was based on one of the comic book series, and the comic book series, basically, what's his name? Green Goblin is a rip-off of a werewolf, because like. When he gets angry or when like the moon's in alignment or some shit, then he turns into the Green Goblin werewolf creature bastard. And there's like other things. But have you ever watched like any of these original monster movies, like Dracula, Wolfman?
There's a box set of JB I've been meaning to buy, but I'm broke.
You know, what are they called? Vampires, and what's the word? Trying to think.
Dracula?
No, vampires are echoing a drug addiction. So vampires are drug addicts.
How?
No, that's what they mean. That's what they originally meant.
Oh.
and I can't remember the word for it right now. Wolfmen and werewolves are boys becoming men. You know, hair starts sprouting from you. You become full of testosterone. You become violent. You're attracted to girls who let off certain pheromones.
I've seen Teen Wolf, if that's what you're going at.
No, I'm talking like the originals. And there's like Creature from the Black Lagoon, which is nothing.
Have you seen Teen Wolf?
No.
Oh, the very last scene, the guy's got his dick out.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
And he's like jumping around, pants unzipped, got his dick flopping out. Oh, it's so good.
Sounds like Christmas.
Continue on.
This, Creature from the Black Lagoon, it's not really anything. Frankenstein, I'm not sure. It seems like child abuse or whatever, and violence, but whatever. But, god damn it, I'd kill to be maybe a vampire.
A drug-addicted person.
No, a vampire, a proper
vampire.
A
None
vampire
of this
from
Twilight bullshit.
Like a Joss Whedon's vampire, like a vampire with no soul.
Oh, from Buffy.
What? No, like that sort of vampire, or a vampire from Lost Boys, namesake. Like, no, Buffy, no, they really got
Vampire from Lost Boys, that really confused me. Like, how they actually became a vampire.
They drink David's blood. That's, in that bottle is David's blood.
David's the guy, the head vampire.
David's the blonde dude. The dude with his bleached hair.
Oh, hang on, then shouldn't he be the head vampire then?
He's not the head vampire. He's like the only clever one in that group of 4 English gypsy vampires. The head vampire.
Ted. What was it, Bill? You know Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Mm.
I think it's Ted's in there. Not Keanu Reeves or whatever his name is, but the other guy. He's in the Lost Boys. Me and Dad, we couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
Like, he barely had any speaking lines. I think he said 2 words in the entire
Is he the
film.
guy who says, "Hey, Michael," when he first changes?
I don't know, but he's like the one that has the full mullet, blonde hair.
And the only jacket that isn't black.
Yeah, it's like... Looks like one of the old circus or old, like, frilly ones.
Yeah, he's just the guy who says, "Hi, Michael," because they're all supposed to be like English gypsies. They're all from England. They're gypsies, and they bitten by a vampire. And the head vampire is the Ted dude.
So how do they... Oh, my brain hurts.
They all drink his blood.
Except that doesn't really... I don't.
No, he could just cut himself then and there and make them drink his blood.
I just don't understand how that works and how they actually turn from human to vampire by drinking blood. Shouldn't it be the other person who drinks the blood?
It's vampire. No, it's the same in Buffy and it's the same in a lot of vampire movies. The idea is they drink your blood and then you drink theirs.
How? I've never seen the drink theirs.
And you know, in a lot of films, the blood just comes back out. They like regurgitate it.
Where was the drinking his in the Lost Boys?
Oh, there's not. It's it's a different breed of vamp. Every director and writer brings their own sort of thing to the vampires.
No,
yes.
I don't like it.
Like if you look closely, the vampires in Lost Nerds,
We're the Lost Nerds.
The vampires in the Lost Boys, their teeth aren't their canines. They're these ones. They're the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was because they hired like models to be the people who played Lost Boys. A lot of them were actually they use like pretty boys and models and that to be the vampires. So they wanted to pretty them up. So when they actually changed and became the creature, they would still look handsome rather than just ugly. So they focused on the eyes.
The main character didn't. He looked butt fucking ugly.
Yeah, that's because he wasn't a model.
I wanted to come at him with like a high voltage. Oh, word of the day, voltage. I wanted to come at him with a freaking like voltage, just like, fuck you, man, you look weird.
Yeah, because he wasn't he. He was the main. They had to get like a proper actor to do him, but the other guys were like they were like models and just pretty boys and all that sort of shit.
But the guy from Bill and Ted wasn't pretty or. That doesn't work.
Everyone
weird. Else...
David, that's the blonde dude. He was pretty.
Everyone else I can understand, except the guy who...
Yeah, no, it's weird. It was the 80s. They were different pretty back then.
The kid from the Goonies was in there?
The kid from Goonies was in there.
That.
Yeah, and... No, 2 kids from Goonies was in there.
2?
Yeah. The kid who was one of the Frog Brothers.
Yeah, that's the one I thought.
And, Sam... the little brother, is in Goonies.
No,
No, they're both in Stand By Me.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're both in Stand By Me?
They're both in Stand By Me.
Stand By Me seems older than those. Than those 2
80s.
films.
They're all 80s.
But the Goonies, that's...
Goonies was like, I don't know. I don't know everything about
Bloody
Phil-
Will Wheaton, isn't he in Stand
Will
By
Wheaton.
Me?
Yeah, Will Wheaton is in Stand By Me. Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
No Family Guy references.
Will Wheaton. No, but yeah, different directors and writers and that bring different, like the vampires in Buffy. Fucking let me talk about it for a second. Those vampires, what they did was they would drink your blood till you're near death. Then they would like choose whether or not to make you a vampire. You know, if they need a lackey. So they would like cut like their neck, and then they would just make you drink their blood. And
Drink it, fella, God.
exactly like that. But once all their blood had been taken, they just had this natural sort of vampiric lust for the blood. So they just sort of did it themselves. Exactly. And that's how all these.
That blood.
And that's how all these vampires came about. And the vampires in Buffy, it all works on, like, the crosses and Hollywood all works on fear, so they can learn not to be afraid of that, and then it doesn't affect them. Sunlight does kill them, always, unless they have this certain gem. I think it's in, like, season 4 or something. There's this gem they find, it's like the holy grail for vampires, except there's no Monty Python movie. And it just means they can walk in sunlight and they can't be staked, essentially.
So they can walk in sunlight if they get this gem.
Yeah, only 2 vampires have ever wielded it. That's Spike, who is, like, he's a bad guy, but, you know, he's in season 4, like, something happens to him and he can't bite other people, or harm anything living, but he can hurt demons, so he sort of goes around slaying demons. And,
Do something.
and then Angel, Buffy's ex-boyfriend, who's a vampire who lives in Los Angeles, gets the ring from Seth Green.
Where does Seth Green play into this? Because I know he's in there. Because
He plays Willow, who is played by Alison Hannigan, or whatever her name is, who's Lily in How I Met Your Mother. It's her boyfriend, and he's a werewolf. He's a werewolf.
Seth Green.
Yeah, in this he's a werewolf.
Are you sure? Because I remember seeing like one episode.
I'm pretty
one
fucking sure.
episode, and he looked nothing like werewolf. He looked more like some green demon thing. And this was years and years ago. I know it was Buffy.
No, the very first time they introduced him as a werewolf, they introduced him as a very wolf-like creature, and it looked terrible. So there's like, well, you know what? It's mythology. It doesn't have to be exact. We don't have to make him a wolf to say. We could make him. People think he's a wolf, so they make him more of like an ape creature.
Hang on. How does which came first, the movie or the series?
The movie came first, and then I think it was 4 years later they made the TV series. The film, they're both created by Joss Whedon.
Yeah, I figured that.
He said himself that the movie is awful, and he doesn't. And when he made the TV series, he said it's going to be nothing like the movie. The movie was terrible.
Did they use all the same actors and stuff?
No,
Sarah
all
Michelle
different
Gellar?
people, all different characters as well.
So Sarah Michelle Gellar isn't in the movie.
No,
Oh, that's disappointing. Oh.
I've not seen the film yet.
But this chick in the movie and Sarah Michelle Gellar both play Buffy, the Vampire Slayer.
I love Buffy. I love her
Not
character.
bad.
I love her character.
Yeah.
And there's a really weird episode I watched last night in which my mother stayed up to about 2 o'clock playing Candy Crush. I think she's proper addicted to it.
Kill her! Kill the Candy Crush.
But I was sitting up to about 2 o'clock in the morning just watching episodes of Buffy. And there's this one episode where Sarah Michelle Gellar's character Buffy and this commando dude, they're fucking. And they have sex in this frat house. And in the frat house, there's these poltergeists of all these children that were, you know, it was a religious house. It was a religious house. And the foster mother was very anti-sex. She was very religious. So whenever they were to have sex or do anything sexual, she would either baptize them, like try to drown them in the tub, like to the brink of death, or cut all their hair off if they were like a girl and they would love their hair. They think they were pretty. She would shave their heads.
Well, was all these foster children as chicks or dudes?
Chicks and dudes. And they all, you know, they all aged and died and withered and all this. And they had psychological problems. And, you know, and they're all causing havoc in the house. And Buffy and the soldier dude are fucking in the house. And it feeds off their sexual energy. And it takes their energy and converts it. But they also get more and more lust. So they fuck for, I think it's 10 hours or so. They just continuously have sex while they're trying to slay all these fucking demons and shit. Fuck, that's a good episode. It sounds so bad, but it played out so good.
It does sound so bad.
No, there's really good stories in that. It's really good, Buffy. Like, they do take on old monsters, but now, because it's like season 4, you know, they've obviously gone away from that a bit because they're, you know, running out of monsters. So they're going on more, you know, military aspects and all this. The arcs in Buffy, I find, you know, the story arcs over the course of the season tend to not be that good. Like in season 4, it's terrible. But individually, episode by episode, Buffy is very, very good. It's brilliant.
So you're only up to season 4.
I'm up to I've started season 5.
And Seth Green isn't in there.
Seth Green.
After season 4, he leaves, doesn't he?
He leaves. Yeah, but they don't take it. They don't kill him or anything. He just sort of goes. I'm pretty sure he comes back a couple times in Angel and in Buffy. Because he definitely goes back to Angel. He definitely goes into Angel for a while.
When
Angel's the
No, when did Buffy finish?
Buffy has 7 seasons. Then it became a comic book series.
Yeah, no. When did Buffy finish as a TV series?
Oh,
What year?
It started in 1997.
Year I was born.
And there's 7 seasons.
Don't go like a season a year.
So no, there's 2000. It ended in 2003 or 2004. I'm certain of it.
2003.
Mm.
Well,
And Angel finished 2003, and that started 2 years later, in 1999, which is a spin-off series taking Buffy's ex-boyfriend Angel, the vampire, and giving him a series in LA. Which is, I've not watched it, but it's supposedly quite good.
well, there's an episode of Robot Chicken. This is some solid facts coming from Robot Chicken here, guys. Like, oh, I know. But Robot Chicken, and then in Robot Chicken, he goes in, and this is at the end of season 3. So this would have been 2009, 2008, maybe. And it's the end of the end of season 3, start of season 4. But the idea is, they're broke. They're done for as a TV series. I'm so tired.
Due to money, they were going to make a film. They were going to make a second film, but this one was going to be based more on the show. There's a character called Spike who's a vampire.
Let me finish.
Fine.
They go, Seth Green and the other creator of Robot Chicken go around trying to get people that they know to give them money or let them act on their show for money. And they go back to Joss Whedon. And he says, oh, you want to come back on my show after bailing out on me for 4 seasons? That's where I get the idea that he never came back.
I don't know. He might have made more cameos because they did leave his character very open and wanting to come back. Because in the end, when he leaves, it turns out Willow, the character, has been having sex. I don't know if they were actually doing it yet with this other girl.
Bang.
They're both witches and they become lesbians. And well, they experiment at least a little bit because I'm pretty sure she goes back to a dude. But Joss Whedon wanted to make another film, but due to money issues, they've not been able to make it. They can't get enough sponsors for it. In which they take the character Spike, who's like this bleached blonde hair, massive leather jacket vampire. Like, he looks a bit like Billie Eilish, goth dress punk vampire.
Yeah.
He's like 100 and something, so he's very young for a vampire.
Uh-huh.
And it was called like Spike Me. It was like a Spike
Me.
It was like a Spike movie based on Spike.
So it's going to be boobs. A lot of boobs.
Probably. Because Spike...
But done by Joss Whedon?
Yeah. Buffy, Angel, the film, all the cartoon season after all this, and the comic book series all had, Joss Whedon directed it all, produced it all, wrote a lot of it. And the comic books, he had a very large say in everything. He, was the final decision. But he didn't write them.
Except boob. And it's coming from Joss Whedon.
Probably.
I don't see that.
I've not seen any titties in Buffy yet. There's been naked people, but you don't see anything. And they've all had a lot of sex. And Angel is supposedly a fair bit of nudity. Or a bit of nudity. Or some nudity. Or enough to willingly pay the $80 for the box set.
You know what? We've gone just about 15 minutes away from an hour. So I reckon
hopefully...
I was going to say let's cut it off there.
Yeah, right. Hang on. Alright. Well, we should... What didn't we say? We had the letter of the day. Oh, yeah.
The letter of the day was M.
Yeah, we didn't come into that. We didn't say M. We said words beginning with M.
We did say 7 though, the number of the day.
Yeah, we did actually. 7 was the number of the day. God damn it, Josh.
We said that a few times.
Fucking damn it. We'll have to
write that
next
shit
time.
down.
Yeah. So anyway, this is goodbye for now. But I was gonna rip something.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening again. I'm sorry for you having to listen again. But
Hey, it was your choice.
It was your choice. We'll see it another time. All right, thanks. All right, bye.
And we are slowly
Go away.
going cross. We are slowly going cross media.
Go away. Fuck off, listeners, to the podcast.
No.
Fuck off,
Are you saying that
Cut.
to me or listeners?
everyone. Fuck off and come back when we do the next podcast. Fucking go away now.
We love you.
Bye, Jack. Fuck off,
We love you
you
guys.
asshole.
All right, bye.
Bye, fucking asshole.
We love you.